Hi, it's Pandora. I thought I'd give you a little bit more about my background. Clients often ask me how I do what I do, and I give them usually a short description. So here it goes. This is the short description. I'm a psychic medium. I see things, hear things, and feel things. And during a session, I connect with spirit guides, and then my spirit guides will help me to discern the messages from my clients' spirit guides. This is something that I've been doing my whole life. I grew up in a psychic family, so I'm third generation, and both of my parents just accepted their gifts as well. So it was easier to grow up in that type of an environment because I wasn't always having to question myself or filter myself. It was actually very supported. So if I had a question, I could ask them. And one of my earliest memories was of getting psychic messages from my mother. So when I was on the way home from school, I would get that message that I was supposed to stop at the grocery store. So this was long before cell phones and text messages. I would go into the store and walk around and see what items sort of pulled me to them, so that energy where you're just supposed to pick it up and take it with you. So I would just go on this almost psychic treasure hunt through the grocery store. And when I felt like I had gotten everything that I was supposed to, I cashed out and then went home. And usually my mom would just be really happy and smile and say, okay, good job. But there would be some days where I forgot something and she would nicely tell me that I forgot the whatever it was. And sometimes those would have been the items that I hesitated in front of and didn't actually pick up because I wasn't sure. Like I was only picking up on that energy like 50% rather than picking up on it completely. So it taught me to trust my intuition, to trust that inner voice. And that's something I believe that we all have. We all have intuition. We all have the ability to tune into it. But there are a lot of distractions in the world all the time. There's something going on to be distracting that keeps putting us back into our conscious mind rather than allowing us to be in touch with our intuitive voice. So the more you work on it, the more you can hear it. And also the more you hear it, the more you can trust it and then apply it. So it was an interesting life for sure. My grandmother taught me how to read playing cards, just like a regular deck of cards, when I was about 8. My mother knew how to play or how to read playing cards as well, because she had learned from her mom too. So we used to trade readings. My grandmother would read for me. I would read for her. My mom would jump in. She would read for both of us. And it was just something that we did as a pastime because, there weren't as many things that we could do. People were more interactive with each other when I was a kid. There wasn't social media the way that there is. There wasn't streaming TV. It was, pretty much here are your 5 choices on TV and that's it. And we didn't even do that much TV when I was a kid. So there was a lot more time to investigate all of these impressions and energies and divination tools. My mother was a palm reader, so she had a real strong affinity for doing that. She practiced a lot. So I have knowledge of palm reading, palmistry, but that's not something that I utilize regularly. That's not my favorite method of getting information. So my favorite method is to connect with the spirit world and get those messages.